Hey guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock, and yes, Kizzy Rock is my birth given name. Happy Monday morning. Want to say hey to all my subscribers, new as well as seasoned. I got a word for you. Tap in. Happy Monday morning, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. So I want to jump in really quickly. I want to talk about the best revenge against the narcissist. I was looking at a video. Someone sent me a link on Saturday of this video of a young lady who was on TikTok. She maybe is in her 50s, if I'm guessing correctly, but she said that her mother is a narcissist, has always been, has literally ruined her entire life since childhood. She's 10 years now, no contact with her mother because the mother still refuses to take accountability, refuses to admit that she ruined her life, refused to apologize, but instead still playing the manipulation tactic, making her think like, oh, poor me, you saw it this way, all that nonsense that narcissists do. And so as she was speaking about her mother, she said that she's forgiven her mother, but then the tone in which she was speaking and some of the words that she even spoke, it kind of suggested that she still have some resentment, and understandably so, because it's a process. But she that resentment was coupled with anger, which again, and hear me out, because it's almost like I can hear somebody saying, well, yeah, I'm with you. Trust me, I'm with you. And I'm trying to make a point here. It was coupled with anger. It was coupled with, again, resentment. It was coupled with defensiveness. It came, her energy comes off to others as toxic. And the sad part about it is the mother, the narcissist, is responsible for creating that person who is defensive, things like that. But it's almost like you can still be missing your blessings, because remember, if that energy is coming off on other people, you're literally running other people off. Potentially a mate that she was waiting for. So the best revenge against a narcissist is forgiveness. Remember, forgiveness is a process, and I'm one over here to admit forgiveness is not my strong point, but I know the importance of it. It's important to understand too that each person forgives at a different pace. Don't make someone make you think that you have to forgive somebody overnight. No, that's a process that God has to really, really help you filter through. So be gentle with yourself as God is working on you with a forgiveness process when it came down to a narcissist. Again, especially a parent, because that person have access to you all of your life. So your life was probably in ruins for a very, very long time. So she is now relocated. Again, she went cold turkey 10 years ago. That's a very long time. So great for her. She says she's discovered peace in a beautiful life. But the mother recently found her, right? Flying monkeys, love bombing, all that stuff. After all these years, she relocated. She changed her number numerous times, switched emails numerous times. And what does the narc do? They eventually find you. They will change their number if you block them. They will do everything in their power to get a hold of you, just to kind of get back into your head, accuse you, and make you think that you're the problem. And the cycle just continues. But she's now discovered peace. And if you've ever discovered peace, you will do everything in your power to protect that peace. So this is why you'll realize at a certain point, you don't even go back and forth with the narcissist. Where when you're in the middle of the torment, you constantly are trying to defend yourself. You're constantly trying to make them understand you. You're constantly trying to do whatever to be great enough for them to accept you. You do all this stuff. But when you've discovered peace and God have brought you out of that process, you really don't even care. You don't even care if they're using slander against you. You don't care that they're lying to other people about you. You don't care what they're trying to make other people think about. Like, you genuinely don't care. And you're just not saying that with your mouth. You literally don't care. It's because you've discovered peace. So there's a lot of times that God can't release certain blessings to us because we have the wrong people around us, not just narcissists per se, but just certain seasons when God have been clear that the season is up, or it's time for you to move on, and this, that, and the third. Sometimes if you're not obedient to that, God will literally have your blessings on hold. Because why would he send you blessings that a narcissist or someone who's hurting you or someone who he doesn't even want to be in your life to begin with will participate in those blessings? So this is why sometimes once a narcissist have found closure and moved on with life, the blessings start chasing them down. But more than the blessings itself, well, peace is still a blessing. So the most beautiful blessing is peace. But then there are other blessings that will manifest through God. You're in alignment to receive it. That is a trickle down effect because certain blessings could not be released to you at the timing that the narcissist had access to your life. So now you're starting to see certain blessings come through. So if you're still in a healing process, which it is a process, of course, and you feel like you've left the narcissist, but it almost feels as if you still feel like the narcissist kind of got one up on you because they destroyed your life, but now you don't even see any blessings. It's almost like, well, they destroyed my life. They're guilty. So why am I still not going higher? Why am I not seeing blessings? Why am I still struggling? Why am I still doing this, that, and the third? Just be patient with yourself. It's a process. You may still have some residue that God is working on, especially when it comes down to your character. Because remember, they turn you into somebody else. They make you defensive. They make you a people pleaser. So there may be some certain areas that God is currently working on in this season where he is truly processing you, where you can get to the point, when you can get to the point that you fully release, you fully forgive. Remember, forgiveness does not equate to reconciliation. Just because you forgive a person, that does not mean that person have access back to your life, especially if it's a narcissist, especially if it's a person who refused to change, or they haven't even, like, they're still their same selves and still causing all that toxic energy or whatever. You have to learn to love with boundaries. You have to learn to love from a distance. Stop letting people get into your head about blood is thicker than water and this, and that, and the third, or it may not look good if you're a father and son and you're not talking. Listen, only you know. There's not another person on the face of this earth who knows the torment that you encounter. Other people can't receive it because you felt it. You know the torture, the mind games, the manipulations, right? You know everything that went on, trying to get other people to protect you, but everybody was siding with the narcissist because the narcissist turned everybody against you, right? You know that torment that you went through. So why give someone like that access back to your life in any kind of way? Now, granted, of course, some people have children, and my goodness gracious, my heart goes out to you guys, have children with the narcissist, right? So it's almost like they have that tie to you. Like, even when you don't want that tie, you're still tied. They're using the children to call. They're using the children to say things. They're putting lies into the children's head. Oh, I couldn't even imagine if you have children, right, with a narcissist, because God bless you, but God will give you strategic ways, right? God will give you grace to just close your mouth when they're saying things to get something out of you, right? You might feel everything in you is just rising up, but God will give you that grace to just be quiet. Don't say anything. When the kids come home and not the kids make up a lie, but the kids come home and tell you a lie that the narcissist made up, like, just don't even feed back into it. Because that's what the narcissist wants. They told that to the children because they know the children will come and tell you, and now you're going to pick up that phone and you're going to call them ranting and raging, and now your spirit is wide open, right? Your spirit is wide open for those demonic spirits to attach right back to you, and they got you right back in that web. You literally have to guard your heart, guard your spirit, but again, that's a process, right? So be gentle with yourself if you're still struggling with the back and the forth. A time will come. A time will come when God literally gives you the grace to walk away, and the convictions will be so heavy to not go back that it will be easy as pie. You may not be there now, but a time will come. God will keep drying certain things up. God will keep allowing them to hurt you over and over. You may even get some gut punches, but those things have to happen to get you to a posture where you truly, sorry guys, where you are truly ready to release and allow God to give you all the blessings that he has in store for you. So once God releases you and bless you and you discover peace and you discover the beautiful life that God has for you, the narcissists have to sit back and watch that. That's the best revenge. Because remember, they thought they would ruin your life forever. They thought you will never climb out of the low self-esteem. They thought you would never climb out of that people-pleasing seed. They thought you would never climb out of that defensiveness. They thought you would never climb out of that self-sabotage, right? That you're always fighting in fight or flight mode, because that's what happens. You're in survivor mode with the narcissist. So you're in fight or flight. And then these same people, the same narc, will turn around and say, why are you so defensive? You created that. You made the person defensive. What do you mean? And that's how they get into your head, right? They create situations that make you defensive because of their manipulating ways, things like that. And then they will turn right around and say, why are you so defensive? You see how they play that mind game? They will twist your mind up. You have to be so careful with a narcissist. They will twist your mind up so bad that you will start second guessing your own self. Am I really the problem? And you know you're not. Well, maybe you don't know, but you're not the problem. They are 100% the problem, but they turn every situation around and then get other people on their side. And now you have everybody looking at you like you're the problem. But you're not the problem. And it's a continuous cycle. So you have to get up out of that cycle. It's like a hamster wheel. It goes around and around and around. If you don't get out of that hamster wheel, you're just going to keep going around and around and around. You have to cut off access to a narcissist, regardless of who says what. You have to cut off access to a narcissist. And sadly, 10 years later, this lady's mother is still contacting her. They don't stop. They will literally try to get a hold of you and torture you and start that whole process back up again for life. You may be 96 years old, sitting on your rocking chair on your porch, right? Trying to live the peaceful life that you have now because they ruined the rest of your life. And these fools are going to have somebody drive them up there. They're getting out of their car with the walker just to torment you again. Just to torment you again. Like they will never leave you alone. Not the main supply, right? They can go on some years or some months or whatever because they got a new supply to torture and manipulate. But again, after a while, that new supply is just not going to do it anymore. They need you. Because they know you're the empath. You're the highly sensitive person. You're the person with the biggest heart. How many people are in the world like that? So that new supply is just something temporary, right? But they can't really manipulate and just torture the average person. They target empaths. They target highly sensitive people. They target people with great, pure, beautiful, serving hearts. They target you. So once they realize that it's hard to find that in the world and nobody's going to deal with their nonsense and their pettiness and their demonic, toxic ways, and then people start walking away from them or shutting them down, right? Or God starts drying up their supplies, who are they going to come back to? The main supply. And then they come back and they return and then they realize like, wow, this person has truly moved on. This person has truly moved on. That's the best way you get back against the narcissist. You don't want to keep fighting fire with fire. Because listen, at the end of the day, you don't want to fight fire with fire and flesh with flesh against a narcissist. You'll be somewhere in the cuckoo house. You just can't win that battle. You cannot win that battle fighting fire with fire. You have to cut them off and move on with your life. Let God deal with them and go on and try to enjoy the peaceful life that you have left. If you want to get back at the narcissist, live a peaceful, blessed life, because they have to see it. God will be sure that they see it. It's your girl, Kizzy Rock.